I think they're gonna follow us. So yesterday we drove about 3 hours and made it all the way to the Atlantic coast of France. We're about an hour and a half south of Calais, which is the shortest point from the coast of France to England, and that's where the Channel Tunnel is. We're at this little camper parking area that costs €9 for every 24 hours, and then there's like little coin operated like dump and water fill and basically very rudimentary camper facilities. So it's pretty affordable, it's pretty inexpensive, and it's right on the water. It's also right next to the water treatment plant for this little village, which is has a mild odor and also makes some sounds from time to time. And this is also some kind of water runoff. Probably not like totally clean water runoff. It just goes down to the sea, or to the ocean actually. We've been calling it the sea for so long, being at the Adriatic. But this is the ocean. This is the Atlantic Ocean. We also haven't seen bodies of water with this big of a tidal range, which is I don't know, it's been probably since we were last year on the Atlantic coast. Well, we're on the Atlantic coast for a little bit in Morocco, but we didn't see this much tidal difference. Also because we're further south, and maybe because it's the English Channel, it kind of gets really narrow up there, and this tidal difference is very drastic. As you can tell, high tide comes all the way up to these rocks, and then low tide all the way out. So it's a good time for us to go for a walk right now. Doesn't this look like some kind of landslide happened here?
It looks like a queen's table. It looks like a queen's table, Papa.
Yeah? But it also looks like so much of this hillside just gave out and slid down. So just up the coast from here is Calais, which is near Dunkirk. And Dunkirk is pretty much at the border between France and Belgium on the Atlantic coast. And that's sort of where we spent the first couple weeks of our time here in Europe. Almost 3 years ago, we were in Ostend in an Airbnb when we first got here. And that was September. And even in September, right now, today's July 1st. So between now and September is sort of the warmest season. And even in September, it wasn't very warm. We were wearing jackets. Just like right now, it's not, definitely not swimming weather. So unless there's some kind of heat wave, I don't think you're really ever gonna get super, super warm swimming weather around here. Everyone's walking on the beach. And when I say everyone, I mean like a few people down there. Not that many people here, just us and like, I think that might be the family that's camping across from us in the VW Grand California. They might go for a swim. They're Belgians, so they're used to this. This is normal beach weather for them in the summer. Down there, there's a much larger stretch of beach that goes on for a while, kind of like the beaches we had in Ostend 3 years ago. There's even a surf school that I saw. You can see some like colorful flags down there. I think that's part of a surf school. I saw that on Google Maps next to a big parking lot. But I don't think there's much good surfing around here. There will be, hopefully, as we go further down the coast towards Normandy. And then eventually, if we stay in France, if we don't get to go to England or Ireland, we'll make our way down to Brittany and hopefully down eventually maybe into Spain if if the borders allow. Anyways, possibly even Portugal. We'll see. Those are our three plans basically right now. It's either hug the coast, the Atlantic coast, make our way all the way down to Portugal, or if we're allowed to go to Ireland, spend some time in Ireland, and see if we're allowed to go up to Northern Ireland. And from there, we're in the UK. We should be able to go to the rest of the UK from there. If that's not possible, then the third option would be going back to Sweden. And I think EU citizens are allowed into Norway now. So, not necessarily in that order. Our preferences would be, top preference would be going to Ireland and then UK. And preference number 2 would be the Atlantic coast down to Portugal. And then I think going back to Sweden, Norway would be our third option. And it's only our third option because we've done it before. You know, we want to see something new. Dead crab. Oh, those are like, it's gills.
There's a lot of dead crabs here. There's
right?
Over here.
God, I want to see bigger dead crabs.
The bigger one here.
Bigger dead crabs that are more delicious than these.
That one, it looks like you know.
Oh, you know what? I bet birds killed them and ate them. Right?
Yeah.
On low tide. Is that a big crab over there?
They grabbed it for their birds.
The birds come down in low tide, probably like plucks them out of the sand and pecks them to death. Right? Because they're like ripped open. Yeah.
This one's the best condition.
Which is not saying much because it's in pretty bad condition.
Yeah, but still it's the best one.
Yeah. If the tide came in right now, you'd be stuck and you'd be... Oh, good job, you got out. I don't have the right kind of shoes for once. I don't know why I didn't choose to wear flip-flops down here. Oh yeah, it's not bad at all. I don't know if your wetsuits fit anymore, to tell you the truth.
Mama said we got big ones. So they could still fit. I don't need a wetsuit. You don't need a wetsuit.
Yeah, I don't think it's that cold to wear a wetsuit, really. You can't really see our camper, but we're somewhere over here. Yeah, right? Somewhere over here. We can see the top of some over here. So, yeah, you don't want to walk down any of these bluffs. So it's nice that there are stairs that go down this way. This is a very crabby beach.
Yeah. A lot of dead crabs.
I'm sure there's live ones too. They're just hiding.
And over here.
If you know me, you know that I basically live in flip-flops. But for the last few years, maybe it's from wearing flip-flops for so long, maybe just getting old, my heels get so dry, and there must be like a vein or an artery at one part of the really dry part of my heel that would just crack and then would just gush blood. Sorry if this is too gross for some of you, but it got to the point where I have to put socks on and wear shoes to let that part of the heel kind of, you know, get soft and heal up and moisten. So I wouldn't just walk around with bloody heels. Nobody wants to see that, right? Somebody walking around in flip-flops and just like a trail of blood behind him. But days like this, I forget that I probably should put on flip-flops because I'm coming down to the beach and I forgot to put flip-flops on. Oh well. Hopefully the heel has gotten better and I'll be able to wear flip-flops again soon. Luca is not moving very quickly. Yeah. Maybe it was a good idea that I didn't cross that river. These rocks are cool, huh? These rocks are usually underwater during high tide. This is like a very uniquely oceanic smell you just don't get on the Adriatic Sea or maybe even the Mediterranean Sea. It's like these huge tides, and also like the smell, you know, like we grew up in the coast of the Pacific Ocean, and when you go to beaches with these huge tides and seaweeds, it's a similar smell. But you just don't get this. You don't get this in the Adriatic, where we've been for the last year plus during the pandemic. It feels good to be here though. It feels good to finally be at the ocean. There it is. There's another one, a different one, right up there. Well, maybe it's the same. That one looks like it would have been like a pillbox or something. There would have been some kind of armed soldier manning it, looking over to the Atlantic Ocean, over the English Channel, back in early 1940s, waiting for the Allied forces to come across the English Channel. They would have built, Hitler had these pillboxes and these bunkers all along the coast, all the way up to Norway and all the way down, clear down into Spain, I believe. At least the border of Spain. I wonder if this is upside down. Did it topple down from above? Do you guys remember the Atlantic Wall museum that we went to in Belgium? There would have been like an actual wall and a trench system that went all the way along here. Yeah, and you can see like some of this debris is not natural. It's like some of it's like concrete walls that have fallen over. Before the Allied invasion, Hitler thought for sure that the Allied forces were going to come across and attack Dunkirk and Calais. And in fact, that was kind of a decoy thing that the Allied forces did. They set up fake tanks and airplanes and troop like battalion bases out of inflatable material right across from here so that their spy planes would see them, thinking there was going to be a big troop buildup, because this is the easiest way to come across the shortest part of the channel. So Hitler had all of his, or at least a lot of their heavy machinery, heavy artillery stationed over here near Calais and Dunkirk. And in reality, as we all know, the invasion happened way down there in Normandy, a few hours away, a few hundred miles away down the coast.
No, it's okay.
That's all. That's all of.
I know.
That's all of them.
One or two. Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I came very often, you know. You went one last one.
Oh, thank you so much.
You put boiling water. 3 minutes. When you put salt.
Salt. Yeah.
Important. It's better.
Okay.
And you let it 3-4 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It'll change color.
Yes. Yes. Like become pink.
Like pink. Yeah.
Okay, pink. Okay.
Okay.
You sing to me. I love England, you know. I lived when I was young. I heard
Oh, yeah?
the Beatles, the Stones, and
Yeah.
I always love Britain and Great Britain and English. Voila.
A lot of English people come here because it's close. Yeah.
Yes. Belgium, okay.
Yeah.
Belgium, English and Belgium. But English
Belgium
with,
and English.
COVID, it's not very easy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's so many English who have a little house, you know, here
Yeah.
for the weekend or the holidays.
Yeah. And the road, the highway is Autoroute des Anglais. It's for drives to England.
But it's about traverser la France, c'est pas tout par ici.
Yeah?
To go through France to Spain, they take this
Yeah.
this road.
Yeah.
You call it in English street. Non pas street, autostrade en anglais, en autoroute.
Autoroute, yeah.
Autoroute.
Autoroute.
English autoroute.
Yeah.
Have a good time with that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Luca, we got shrimps in your sock.
That's a lot of shrimp. Yay. We can make Luca sock shrimp pasta.
We just boiled the whole sock. Oh, a bug is trying to get it. Ah! No, there's a bug in there. It was a nice little walk on the beach. We met a local French man who comes down here. He's been living here for over 60 years. Says he used to come here where his grandma lives, and he would go down on the beach, go climbing and catching little shrimps, which is what he was doing today. And he caught a bunch of little shrimps and he gave them to us.
In my socks.
And we only had Luca's socks to hold it in. So he said to boil it in salty water for 3 minutes, and that's it. So it's really good. Super nice locals that we met today. This apparently is a pretty popular launching spot for paragliding. All these people came. I don't know, it looks like he's gonna go. He's testing. No, it's coming down. Not enough. €3 per liter of mussels. €9. This many mussels. Put it on your arm like it's your muscle. So just outside this little camping area, you make a left turn, go down about 50 meters. There's a sign that says mussels, €3 per liter. So this is about 3 liters worth of mussels. And it's harvested right on this beach, I think, every day. And supposedly they're really good. We're gonna give it a shot today. We thought it was gonna be a walk to get to this mussel place, but no. Like we barely left this place, and now we're already back. No complaints though. We got dinner. Well, maybe I'll show you guys how this works. This is for gray water. You just pull up and then you open up your gray and let it drain down there. And if you want to dump your black water, you have to put a token in here. Once the token's in, I think you push this button and then the door opens. And once the door opens, you got 20 minutes to do your business, to empty. I don't know if you fill water, fresh water, the same way or not, but this is definitely how you empty your black water. I saw somebody ride their bike with a bucket to get water somewhere. I wonder if there's another place to get fresh water. Yeah, okay.